Welcome to the Conquering Hill podcast, the morning talk show. I'm your host, Nicholas Ganger. Thank you for joining me today. Because either way you slice it, I'm going to dice it up for you today, April 17th, 2024. We are moving along day after day. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Wednesday morning, wherever you are, no matter the temperature. I truly appreciate you being here, spending a little bit of time with me. It means a lot. So today I just want to talk about brace for impact. I want you to brace for impact because life is not going to be easy. Everything is not going to go as planned. We know this, right? Sometimes we are kind of caught off guard, not ready for that smack across the face called shit hits the fan, right? Or, just the way things crumble sometimes, and life will just knock you down because you don't know when it's coming. You have to be ready for it, even though you don't want to go through it. I mean, that's just the way things will go sometimes when you expect everything just to go smooth. You expect everything to go as planned because you have been working towards something. You've been preparing for this day, and all of a sudden something goes wrong. Unexpectedly, something goes wrong. So you have to be ready for it. You have to brace for impact because as much as we want everything to go right and go smooth, not the way it's going to happen. Not the way it's going to happen. But that doesn't mean we can't battle. That doesn't mean we can't keep going. That doesn't mean can't keep moving forward with a job at hand, right? A singular, lasered focus with the job at hand. Because no matter what, we will decide when we stop. No matter what, we will decide when enough is enough. No matter what, we'll call it a day when we're ready. No matter what, we'll stop. We'll go to sleep. We'll call it. No matter what, we're going to wake up in the morning and keep going. No matter what, we're going to wake up in the morning and start grinding. No matter what, we're going to do the things that we love, that we're passionate about, what we are meant to do while we are here on this earth. No matter what, we're going to make a positive impact on others around, on the community, on the lives around us, on our work, for our family and friends. No matter what, we decide how far we want to go in this world, what we want to accomplish. So remember that. So brace for the impact, brace for what is coming your way. It could be a million different things sometimes. And there's my snooze, more like an alarm for my exercising, right? So that's how I roll in the morning. I wake right up, roll out of bed, hit my 42 push-ups, do a little bit of exercise meditation, and as usually as the week goes on, I get a little bit more and more tired because I'm starting to lose sleep, working late, and it kind of catches up with me. But today, I'm still feeling all right because no matter what, Monday through Friday, I'm waking up at 6 a.m. Maybe Friday and Saturday and Sunday, I might sleep a little bit later because I'm not going live here on my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. But I'm still putting that work in. I'm still waking up and putting my push-ups in, right? That doesn't stop. That doesn't change. Every single day, I'm going to keep doing that because I have my routine and you need your routine. It might not work for you. Doesn't matter. You need to find out something that works for you that you can rely on no matter what. This is what you're going to do in the morning to get going. No matter what, you're going to do this to get yourself ready for the day, to be the best you can today. No matter what, you need that structure in your life. You need that routine in your life because you know what works for you. You know what makes you tick. You know what, you consume in the morning or the afternoon or in the evening that is either propelling you to greatness or dragging you down to being average. Your choice. It really does come down to what you are consuming, be it television, food, alcohol, drugs. What are you feeding your mind? What are you feeding your body? What are you feeding your soul day in and day out? So think about that. No matter what happens today, no matter what comes your way, you're going to be ready for it because you prepared yourself mentally and physically and emotionally and spiritually that you can withstand the impact. You can withstand, that that uppercut, that sucker punch. You can withstand those things because you know those things are coming today, tomorrow, next week, next year. It's called life. No matter what happens to you, to the ones that are around you, people that you love, no matter what happens, you're gonna keep moving forward. You gotta keep battling. You can never give up. You can never give up, especially on yourself. You have this opportunity. You have this opportunity every single day to live your best day, to live your best life. You can't just throw it away. Not now. Not seeing how far you've come, seeing how much work you've put in. You cannot throw it away now. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy not to do anything. It's easy just to, call it a day, to hang up those cleats. It's easy just to give up, being average, not worrying, being satisfied, content with where you are in this life. Because if you're not getting better, more than likely you're getting worse. If you're not trying to improve, you're going backwards. If you're not trying to get anything out of this life, you're wasting it away. So the choice is simple. It's very clear. You have two paths to go on. Going, stretching, reaching for greatness, perfection, even though perfection, you're not going to get there. But in that process, you're going to do great things. You're going to grow. You're going to live an extraordinary life. Or you're going to go down a path of self-destruction, being average, being content with the way things are, unhappy, depressed. Then you try to bring those around you, either, consciously or subconsciously, you bring those around you down with you because you're miserable and you can't get your situation straightened out. And people end up spending a lot of their time and their energy because they love you, they care about you, trying to figure it out how to help you. But in all actuality, when it comes down to it, you're the only one who's going to be able to help yourself. You're the only one who's going to be able to do it. People can give you advice. People will give you some instructions. People can try to, motivate you, inspire you to do great things. But in the end, it comes down to you. To brace for impact, brace for what's going to happen, brace what's coming around that corner, because it's going to happen. And how you gonna be able to handle that situation? How are you going to be able to handle running into that wall? How are you going to handle when life smacks you across the face? It's not easy. It's not easy. I understand this. Every person's life is different. All our circumstances are different. What, bothers me and knocks me down is different from what's going to bother you and knock you down. I understand. But the result and the solution has to be the same. You have to get back up on your feet, understand what has happened, and it's just a simple test. It's just testing yourself. How much can you take? How many hits can you take and keep moving forward? Keep fighting back. You have to fight back. You have to fight back and realize that you're going to win this battle. In the end, everything's going to be okay as long as you keep moving forward. Keep working on yourself. I know you have it within you. You wouldn't be here listening if you didn't have it within yourself. You certainly wouldn't be here listening. So keep fighting, keep battling. I know you got it within you. You have to be ready. You have to be ready. Because it's 2024 and it's already been a wild year. Craziness is happening all around us. All around us. Put on television, you just see a world on fire. Sometimes it's affecting you personally, sometimes it's affecting your psyche, your mental state. No matter what's happening around you, you have the ability to react. You have the ability to withstand that and keep battling, keep moving forward, no matter how bad it gets. Because if you're breathing right now and you're awake right now, you have this opportunity to live your best life. If you are breathing right now, you have this opportunity to accomplish, create, to love, to be kind, to be brave, to be courageous, to wake up every single day giving the best you can, 110%. I know it's not easy. I know it is not easy, but you can do this. You have the ability to do this. You were born with that ability. No matter what anyone says, no matter what, the forces around you, the external voices, the people in your lives that try to bring you down, they don't want to see you succeed for whatever reason. They don't want to see you trying to do great things, trying to change, your body, change your mind, change your emotional state, change your connection with God. These people that are stuck in their ways, they don't want to see people around them, get better, live a better life because they're stuck and they're miserable, and they want others around them because misery loves company. You have to push those people and those voices aside every day, every single day. Because if you're trying to make changes in your life and people don't understand it, they're not going to embrace that new you. They're not. So you have to just push that aside and understand what's going on around you. Understand what's good for you. Understand that all of a sudden now you're gonna implement that new routine. You're gonna implement some new structure into your life that will give you the ability, give you the strength and determination to keep moving forward no matter what happens, so that you can brace for impact when all of a sudden your friends are calling you up. Hey, let's go out for a drink. Hey, you want to get high today? Hey, what are you doing later? Instead of focusing on the job at hand, becoming better, becoming a better version of yourself. You can do this. You can do this. It's just a simple decision. When it really boils down, it's just a simple decision. How you want to spend your life on this earth, who you want to become, who you want to gain out of this life experience. Because all of our life experiences are different. We're raised different families, different states, different countries. We learn different things on the way up, different languages, different cultures. We're all human. We're all one. We all have the same amount of time to do great things. An impact and tough, difficult life events and moments are going to occur for all of us. And some of them are much, much harsher, more difficult to deal with. But you keep plugging forward, you keep moving forward because there's no other way. There's no other way but to keep moving forward and keep battling. Keep coming back again and again. Because you will decide, right? You will decide how far you're going to go in this world. No matter what happens, you have this ability to fight. You have this ability to quit. You have this ability to lay down and quit, or you have this ability to get back up on your feet and keep fighting. Because you can show those around you how much strength and determination you have within you. And maybe you'll inspire them. Not with your words, but with your actions. Be a leader. Lead by example. Your children will look up to you more than they look up to you, but they will look up to you more than you will ever realize by showing that determination, that hard work, that dedication to the job at hand. What is it? Bruce Lee says, move like water, become water. You have to flow. You have to flow with this world, with this universe. Sometimes it's on your side, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes the snowball effect, it can build up, it can really be tough to break the mold. But sometimes, everything's just flowing correctly. Everything becomes so much easier. You're making a lot of money. People are coming to your lives, are helping you. Everything's starting to work. Sometimes it doesn't. So you have to have the ability to understand that no matter how high you're going to get, how successful you're going to be, it's not always going to be that way. You have to keep working towards that. Because you conquer one hill, there's another hill that you're going to have to climb. Just because you finished one task and made a boatload of money one way, you're going to have to find another way now to make that money. Especially if you're an entrepreneur. To rely on yourself day in and day out to provide. No one's writing a check for you. You're not going to work for somebody else. You're working for yourself. That sink or swim mentality is not just in the business world. It's in the life world. It's life experience. So when you wake up and you realize you have an opportunity today to do great things, you're not hitting that snooze button. You're not getting high or drinking today. You're going to be sober in the right state of mind. That's a beautiful thing. Hell, I remember my 20s. I can't remember. I don't know if I had more than 5 days in my 20s, in that decade of my 20s, where I was not high at one point or drinking at one point. I don't think so. Maybe into my 30s, to my mid 30s, it didn't really start changing. Imagine that, a whole fucking decade of getting high at one particular point a day and multiple times a day. Now, would I change it? It's hard to say. I mean, I would never change anything about my past in a sense, but I know I could have made better decisions. But granted, if I made those better decisions, I wouldn't be here right now speaking to you about these things. I wouldn't have the family I have right now. I wouldn't have done the things I've done. Everything had to line up perfectly, be it horrible decisions, good decisions, to get to where I am today. I would not change it. But I know I don't wish that on someone else. I don't wish that on my children to get high every single day for a decade. Just not. Yeah, so what if it's legal right now? So what if it comes from God's green earth? And maybe there are health benefits. I'm not disputing that. But every single day, looking for something to cope with the day just to get by, that was me. And now, being sober is almost like a game. It's a game within myself and within this universe saying, I'm strong enough to say no. I'm strong enough to put it down, to not need it. When all the ones around me are still, not say all the ones, but when those people around me, they're still getting high or still drinking, still talking about getting drunk, getting wasted, having a good time. I've experienced that. I know what that feels like. But it becomes a game saying I'm strong enough to not have to put that within inside of myself because now I need to be focused. I'm not saying I don't relax and waste an hour here or a minute here. That just sometimes it does. It happens. It does happen. But I'm not wasting my days. I'm not wasting my life anymore with substances that affect my mood, affect my output, my actions, my productivity. Yeah, I know getting high can help me be creative. I understand this. I used to love playing the guitar, get high, smoke some weed, and play the guitar. It felt great. I could feel the music so much better. I felt it sounded better. which is probably true. And I wonder that sometimes when I look at musicians that have abused drugs so much, like Slash comes to mind. I'm a huge Guns N' Roses fan, but Slash comes to mind. Like that dude used to be high all the time. Freaking died, came back to life. Been drunk so much, but then you hear that he sobers up and he's still a great guitarist, still a phenomenal guitarist. So you can be sober, you can be clean and be creative. You can be sober and of the sound mind, of the right mind, and do great things. You don't need anything to help you to do great things. You don't need anything. You have it within you right now. So when things get a little difficult, when things get a little tough, and life decides to smack you across the face with some harsh realities, some hard situations to deal with people around you, bringing you down, or they're making horrible decisions that start affecting your life, or, you lose a loved one, you get a divorce, your kids are pissed off at you, your coworkers are not working well with you, or all these scenarios, all these things that are happening, they're going to happen at some point or another. Things are not going to go your way. You have to understand it, embrace your impact, and keep moving forward. Because if it was so easy, if everything was just so easy, if life was so easy for all of us, what would we learn? What would we gain from this experience? So remember that. So when someone or something is testing you, when the pain becomes so great, and you ask yourself, why is this happening to me? Just remember, you still have that ability within yourself to keep fighting. If you're alive and you're breathing, you have the ability to keep fighting, and that's all that matters. Keep fighting. Don't give up. So thank you. I want to thank you for being here, having a listen. I truly do appreciate it. You can find me here on my live Facebook page at Conquering Hill, YouTube channel at Conquering Hill, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Catch the replay on YouTube or Spotify. I truly appreciate you spending the time here. Keep fighting. I'll see you soon.